There ain't no way. And there's no boxing gloves, just your arm and hand wrapped in rope. Nah, you gotta have some serious mental issues for this one, dog. We have an interesting one, guys. We have 6 most extreme African sports you've never knew existed. Let's go ahead and check this out, guys.
Most of us fail to realize that before the advent of football, boxing and the like, there have been several indigenous sports among Africans dating back to centuries.
Are they riding
some
donkeys? Are they racing?
Fun to watch, while some are strictly for the brave heart.
Scared of death, bro. I'm not messing with.
Here are 6
nah.
intriguing sports from Africa you have never seen before. Number 6, Savika.
Savika. Oh.
This is just sports.
Hey, they holding on for dear life. What is this?
Savika used to be a rite of passage among the Betsilio community of Madagascar, but now
Bull
it's considered
wrestling.
mostly a sport. Bull is released from its cage and players try to mount it and hang on it for as long as possible. Since bulls are considered sacred among the Malagasy, they are surprisingly well treated. Once in the arena, the Miss Savika, who is the hero of the show, begins to excite the beast to the point of driving it mad. To protect himself, he has only his bare hands, his skills, and the cries of joy of the audience. The duel ends only when the beast is exhausted or when the man is seriously injured. No one was actually giving at the end of the day, just a crazy lot of respect.
We admire them with their courage and their, what is that?
Number 5, La'am.
Bro, I'm scared of death. I'm not doing that, fam. I'm not. It reminds me of. It's kind of like bull riding. Well, it's not kind of like bull riding, but you know what I'm saying. It's a similar category, I guess you can say. Bull wrestling. Like I'm wrestling a bull. I'm trying to. Nah, fam. I think I'd rather do bull riding than bull wrestling. I'm not gonna wrestle a bull like that. Oh, sir.
What if I told you football isn't the most popular sport in Senegal? This is
wrestling. Oh.
A deceptively simple, but yet difficult contest between 2 men dressed in loincloths and decked in many talismans. Whoever puts his opponent on the ground, whether on his back or stomach, is the winner. La'am is a folk wrestling traditionally performed by the Serer people.
We actually used to play this as kids, though. In the U.S., if you're from the U.S., you wrestled with your cousins or your brothers like this. We used to do this, bruh. And the first person to go down on their back or whatever, they lose. We used to do this, bro.
National sport in Senegal. Number 4, Angolo and Capoeira.
In Angola, we feel that capoeira belongs to us in some way. For example, there's a style of capoeira called capoeira Angola, and our country is Angola. And there's another type called capoeira Bengala, and there's a province here called Bengala.
The Angolo is the root of capoeira, the popular dance in Brazil. Angolan slaves who went into Brazil through Port Benguela took with them the tradition of fighting with their feet. Over time, that which was basically a tribal tradition was transformed into a weapon of attack and defense disguised as a dance. It helped the slaves to escape and establish free communities for themselves. Back in Angola, Angolo is a big deal, especially for boys who are ready to marry.
Oh my gosh. Y'all remember that speed stream when he landed in Angola? This is exactly what they were doing. I don't know if I would count. Is this a sport though? Would y'all count this as a sport or a dance? Like a traditional dance? I would say it's a traditional dance, not a sport, but hey, what do I know? You feel me? But what is this? My people from Angola, is this a sport or a traditional dance? I would say traditional dance, but y'all remember, if y'all watched the speed streams when he was in Africa, this was in the beginning of his Angola stream. This is what they were doing.
Boys who win the Angola tournament are allowed to choose a wife among beautiful girls without having to pay a single dowry. Now, this is a place men would love to be.
Nah, facts.
Number 3, Dambe boxing.
Whoa. Oh, no, sir. No, sir. What is this, fam? What the?
Dambe is a brutal traditional style of combat associated with the Hausa people, one of the largest ethnic groups in Africa. It may be steeped in tradition, with its origins said to date back to the 10th century. The goal of Dambe, which is a Nigerian sport, is to kill your opponent by knocking them to the floor. This can be achieved with either a kick or a punch. With fights lasting a maximum of 3 rounds, the fight only comes to an end when an opponent or an official calls for a stop or the opponent is...
Nah, you gotta have some serious mental issues to join this one right here, bruh. There ain't no way. And there's no boxing gloves, just your arm and hand wrapped in rope. Nah, you gotta have some serious mental issues for this one, dog. I'm sorry. Ain't no way. I don't even, bruh, I'm too kind-hearted. I couldn't even hit somebody with that, bruh.
That is, should any part of his body hit the ground, the fighters bind their punching hand with a rope to make it as hard as possible. This is their primary weapon. The weaker hand is then used as a shield. I don't know about you, but this is nothing I would ever want to try.
Come on, fam. What kind of sport is this?
Number 2,
Hell nah.
Nguni.
Nguni. What is this?
This martial art form is popular among the Zulu Nguni herders in South
I was going to say, yeah, Zulu, Sutus. Yeah, this is stick fighting. I've seen this one before.
And is strongly rooted in their history. It is a stick fight that can last up to 5 hours, where opponents take turns at playing offense and defense, scoring points based on which part of the body is struck. It is a bloody sport and sometimes opponents do, but it is still practiced today despite all criticism.
I think I'd rather do this one than the one with the rope wrapped around my fist. I think that one's insane, bruh. I'd rather do the stick fighting for sure.
According to the Zulu, this encourages cultural expression and requires skill, discipline, and a firm physique. It is being banned in parts of South Africa, but you can still find it in certain parts of the country if you know where to look.
Don't try this at home, y'all. Don't try none of these at home. It's not safe. Don't try them.
Number 1. Donkey racing. Donkeys might be known for doing all the donkey work, but in Kenya, they mostly replace horses.
Donkey racing is wild, bro. What? And they got the kids racing. See that? Wait, no way.
This is a popular sporting event that happens in Kenyan coastal town of Lamu.
Donkeys to Lamu are a must. They must be protected, they must be looked after. Without donkeys, there's no life.
The Swahili people of Lamu have
Without
a particular
donkeys, there's no
advantage as
life.
they use donkeys every day, making the race quite competitive.
Since I bought this donkey for racing, he has been unbeaten.
The sport is played by a rider who hops on the back of a donkey and nudges it to the finish line as fast as he can.
Hey, them donkeys are a little
As
fast
these
though,
animals
low-key.
are domesticated and used primarily as means of transportation, they have been adequately adapted for this African sport. Now, which of these sports is the most intriguing to you? Leave us a comment down there.
The most intriguing has got to be the one with the rope wrapped around the fist. I think that's the most insane one on this list. At first, I thought it was the bullfighting, the bull wrestling, because that's crazy on its own. But, bro, hitting each other with, like, you hear how he said you have to make it as hard as possible? Like, you want it, bro, like, nah, fam. Nah, like, I feel like you got to have some serious mental issues to join that sport, bro. I'm sorry. But look, man, comment down below y'all thoughts. Which one was the most brutal to you on the list, the craziest ones? If you had to join one of these, bruh, if you had to choose one of these sports, like you really had to, which one would you choose? A lot of y'all choosing the donkey racing. I know y'all choosing the donkey racing. But look, hope you guys enjoyed my reaction, my commentary. If you did, smash that like, sub the channel, guys. Stay tuned next for y'all. Peace.